Thing about this is you can see on my camera, you can have a visual to line it up the trailer to.
The unfortunate thing is
If you need to time it.
we're not gonna actually talk about this stuff until the end of the podcast.
Which I'm going to forget most of this.
It's alright. Better you see it once than not at all.
They say twins are connected.
Why is there a whale there?
They finish each other's sentences.
And suck each other off.
I thought that was actually in the trailer.
I thought that was
actually in the trailer. Oh my god.
That's terrible.
Dude, what the fuck?
Can you imagine? It's just it's a game about incest.
Yo,
It's like what? It's just blood.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Market Podcast. This is episode 6.
Oh, we're live. No.
We're live. We're not live. I'm Wesley. You know, the only that's always here, never leaving. Who are you?
I'm Haig.
Freaking who are
Forget
you?
who are you? Who are you again? Proud owner of a PlayStation shirt now. Now I have an Xbox shirt and a PlayStation shirt. We out here. Who's that over there?
Anyway,
following
so
with the theme.
What it is, your boy Trey here every week. I'm out here and in here. I'm both places.
Sure. And of course, behind the camera, your boy, the one and only.
damn it, we forgot to forget Nico.
You forgot the forgot. A double negative equals a positive, which is me. Hello. My name's Nico.
Nico's behind the podcast. Behind the podcast.
Behind the podcast.
Behind the
I mean,
camera.
it's true.
Behind the camera this week, even though we don't have a guest, because I wanted to see if it would improve things with.
And he likes his
audio
little box
issues.
now. We
Yes, I'm in a box.
We put him in a box, and now he's happy.
I got this TV here.
Don't hit the TV.
Okay. I got my laptop here, which is all hooked up and shit. So we're ready to go.
Forget. Don't hit the TV. We got a nice chunky podcast for us today, boys.
Chunky.
Yeah, it's kind of chunky. We got some good news in here, some rumors, a lot of Stadia stuff. We got a lot of games to talk about at the beginning, actually, what we've been playing, and then at the end we're gonna close it off with some Xbox XO19 event coverage. And then also this episode, I wanted to try moving the news blast to the last thing we do, right after the discussion.
Hey.
I'm working on it.
So that way we can
Just mute the tab. Or just mute
maybe
your
change
computer.
the flow of it a little bit. Let's see how it feels. We'll see how it goes. But first things first, since Nico's working on that, we'll start with you, Trey. What you been playing, my guy?
So yeah, I've been playing
I'm going to kill you. One of these days. It's going to happen. Wesley will not be on. When I do kill Wesley, all you have to do is write in the comments, I want to be on the podcast, and you might get in.
I'll be wearing gray at my feet.
Oh, yeah. So, little inside thing on that. Wesley's favorite color seems to be gray. Almost everything he owns is gray. He's even wearing gray right now. He didn't notice it until I pointed it out. We were at the mall today, and he was like, and I was looking at some shoes, and he was like, "Oh, these shoes look cool." I look at him. He picked up some gray shoes. All gray everything.
Like
So that's
right after we got done talking about how my favorite color is gray and me disputing that, I literally walked up to him and was just like, "Yo, these are kind of clean." And he like looks at me, and I go, "What?"
So he
great.
can't say anything anymore. I'm always right, except for when I'm wrong, which wasn't this time. But I've been playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, and
How's that been for you? How's it been doing you?
for me, I really like it. There has been a lot of controversy over this game. Some people say they love it. Other people say they hate it. A lot of people saying they hate it. So I'm just going to briefly go over what I liked and disliked so far about the game. I'm about halfway through. I think I'm on the 5th badge.
Spoiler free, of course.
So yes, spoiler free, of course. So I'm going to start with the things that I didn't particularly like and then move on to the good. So far, stories, it's all right. It's not the worst I've seen. Not as bad as like Gen 3, but it isn't as good as like Gen 4 or 5. It's all right. It's forgettable so far.
It's very cinematic though.
Yes, it is. This is the most cinematic Pokemon game, mainline Pokemon game that we've gotten.
Yeah.
Which is really good to, see like different like it's like, hey, they learned how to use a camera properly. Well, kind of properly.
We're almost there.
People have been complaining about the game cannot handle, like, the frames are consistently dropping. I've had frames drop 3 times in my probably like at least 6-7 hours of playing.
Yeah. Which is not much.
Yeah, which is not much in the grand scheme of things. 2 of which have been when 2 Gigantamax Pokemon have been battling, and there's weather up, and one of them was in the middle of using a move. The frames dropped for 2 seconds and then went back to normal. The other time is when I hopped online, so it was starting to load in all of the other like trainers into the wild area. So you have trainers mixed with weather, mixed with Pokemon. It did drop. It did drop there, which is
Understandable.
kind of sucked. Yeah, it is understandable. It kind of sucked though. There are some bad animations. Another thing people are complaining about, these animations suck. And for moves like double kick, yes. That is definitely a bad. Or like Zamazenta walking, like trying to turn around, but it's his walking forward animation that they just kind of turned or like rotated.
Cheap.
Yeah, that was bad. But then look at literally any Dynamax animation. And that animation's so freaking clean.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You're showing us.
I'll get to the national decks in a little bit. Again, I'm trying to keep this short so we can, schmove on. Mm-hmm. People said the game looked bad. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
We're probably playing different games. Game doesn't look perfect, but I would not say this game looks bad.
It's not the best looking game on Switch, but like
If you are saying this is the worst,
I don't know.
then you might want to be one of those weird people who wants to hate the game.
Real quick, I was showing Kenyatta Pokemon, and we were talking about like people saying that it looks bad and stuff like that, and I was just like, well, like look at how good this game looks compared to like, and I popped in like Let's Go Eevee, and I actually didn't realize that game doesn't look that good compared to Sword and Shield.
Yikes.
And I popped it in, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, then what are people talking about?"
And I know there were at least a few people saying that the previous games in the series looked better than Sword and Shield. I would like to know which one.
Yeah.
Which game did you play? And if you say Sun and Moon, I'm gonna punch
barring
you in the mouth.
2D, because that's
yeah,
not really
I
a
know.
comparison you can make.
Exactly. If someone says, "Oh, Sun and Moon look better," I'm gonna punch you in the mouth because you clearly did not play that game, nor did you play this one.
Real quick,
Or,
do I need to be
Sword
turned up? I feel like I'm a little quiet. Don't turn me up yet. I was getting everyone else's opinion.
You're fine to me.
You're good to me.
You're fine to
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Like I said, there are good animations, like Dynamaxing, you like doing other shit. There's good. Some of these new moves, pretty clean. I liked what they did there. Galarian forms like Galarian Farfetch'd and Galarian Zigzagoon, I like that.
My favorite Galarian Pokemon right now is
Wheezing.
no, no.
Yeah, keep going.
It's fucking Choodle. I love Choodle so much.
It's so adorable.
He's so adorable.
Not a Galarian form, but it is a new Pokemon.
Well, yeah,
Right, yeah,
I said a
yeah,
Galarian
okay.
Pokemon.
It's so he looks so funny, and his evolution looks dope.
Amazing, yeah.
And then these new abilities. Some of these new abilities, it's strategic. I can see a clear strategy that I'm going to use with some of these Pokemon. All right, on to the national decks, because this is the biggest point of contention for people.
Yeah, the sticking
Also, I
point.
think it's probably the most fair that you could, criticism that you can give about the game. So I'm going to preface this by saying I personally do not care. When it comes to the national decks and all the Pokemon being in the game, I don't care that much. Mm-hmm. And you might think, oh, it's because, your Pokemon are in Sword and Shield. That's not true. That's just not true. True, Pokemon like Eevee are in the game, Absol and Starmie are not in the game.
Yeah.
I wanted an Absol, even though I probably wasn't going to use it in competitive. I just want one.
Yeah.
I just like Absol.
Xerneas
Starmie-
isn't in the game either, right?
Xerneas,
Yeah.
I don't think Xerneas. Wait, is Xerneas in the game?
I don't think. I think when we went over it, it wasn't in the game.
Yeah, but I think like a new list of like some
Oh,
Pokemon
it did?
came out. I don't think Xerneas was on that list.
Hey, go on. I'll check.
Anyway, but yeah, Xerneas isn't in the game. I wanted to use Starmie. When I saw Starmie on that list, I was like, no, man. But I think so. There are several reasons why this happened. Well, I'm gonna share what I think. So number one, what they personally said, and a lot of people think that they didn't add in these Pokemon because they were like, oh, we're gonna, make the animations better, and then people like clipped the double kick animation. They were like, what the fuck is this? I thought you said good animations. And technically that's not what they said.
I don't recall that being what they said.
They just said
but
animation.
I remember hearing about people saying that, but I was like, I don't remember that being the reason.
In the interview, they said that the Switch allows you to have better animations. Of which, yes, there are some of those good animations in the game, some bad ones, but also some very good ones. But in long story short, in the interview that they had, they pretty much said that they got rid of a lot of the Pokemon because of balancing.
Yeah, that's what I remember them.
Can you imagine trying to balance 900 plus Pokemon? If you've ever played competitive before, then for like the past 4 gens, you saw like the same 10 Pokemon always be used.
Real quick. Yeah, Xerneas is not in the game.
Okay.
I wonder if we'll get to a point where like we have like an AI that sorts it for us,
I don't know.
or
man.
that balances it for us. But
But-
that's something that could happen in the future.
Live balancing. That'd be crazy.
But yeah, there are a lot of the Pokemon that they took out were absolute monsters.
Don't spoil it.
I know.
Doesn't matter.
I know.
Unrelated. Sorry. Keep going.
For example, Metagross. Metagross and Salamence. Neither of them are in the game. And a lot of people like those Pokemon. But in the competitive scene, those Pokemon, my god, they are absolutely monsters. And think about it. In competitive, one Pokemon can negate 20 other Pokemon from being used.
Yeah.
For example, last generation, Delmise, which is like a weird-looking anchor thing, pretty much rendered Decidueye useless. Because it was just a better Decidueye. Looked uglier.
Oh man.
Decidueye looks cooler,
does
but it was a better Decidueye. So in competitive, if I'm trying to win, why would I use Decidueye when I can just use Delmise? Delmise is better. And okay, even if you don't pay attention to comp, for me, again, you can be mad at the national decks, and I think that's fair. For me, when's the last time you collected all, at this point, 800 plus Pokemon, not including the Pokemon from Sword and Shield?
Exactly.
I think maybe 1% of you.
Yeah.
And you were probably doing it for a YouTube video to say, "Hey, I collected all of them. It took me this much time." You're probably mad that your Pokemon isn't in.
That's a crazy feat.
Yes. Collecting 800 plus Pokemon.
Yeah.
But at this point, now, I think people should just be honest. They're just mad that their favorite Pokemon that they want to use isn't in the game. And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the last thing I'll say about it is, why do you buy new Pokemon games? Part of the reason for me is I want to use the new Pokemon that come out every generation. So, not to say that I don't want to use old Pokemon, because, like I said, Starmie, I'd like to use Starmie. But I'm not going to say that like, I don't know, Sword and Shield is trash. This new product is trash because I can't use the old ones.
Yeah.
Like, all right, why do you buy a new console? To play new games.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
backwards compatibility would be nice,
Yeah, it'd be great.
but I'm not going to be like, oh, this I don't know, the Xbox One is better because I can play old games on it.
Yeah.
So, does it suck? Yes. Does it mean that the game overall is trash? No. Graphics. Sure, some graphics could be better. I get that. But if you're comparing it to, say, Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, please just stop.
Yeah.
what do you want Pokemon to be?
Breath of the Wild's textures aren't even that insane.
Exactly.
Final Odyssey looks a lot better than Breath of the Wild.
They use an effect to make it look as good as it does.
Yeah.
But if you take that effect away, it's not as good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then again, frame drops. Mario Odyssey and Zelda both had frame drops.
Oh, we
shut
can't
up.
we can't be complaining about frame drops when we just came from Sun and Moon.
Exactly.
Sun
I
and Moon
know.
was-
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Haig. All of you people who are complaining about Sword and Shield, where were you when Sun and Moon was out? I need to know where you were.
That game ran like shit on 3DS, especially when you were in a double battle, and if Rain Dance was happening too, forget it.
And in even in Oris, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, if you got into one of the battles where like 5 enemy Pokemon were out,
Yeah.
say goodbye to your frames.
See you later.
And it's like, okay, new game. You know, you expect more because it's on the Switch. But when you're comparing it to Mario Odyssey and Zelda, a game that you hold in a higher regard because you go, okay, those games are better, but those games have similar problems, such as like frame drops. What are you even saying?
Yeah.
Shut up.
So, the people who are saying game's trash, to me, you're lying. Now, if you say this game's perfect, you're also lying. I think right now I would say the game's a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
I'll say 7. Yeah.
Like, it's a solid game.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You know, maybe that'll change once I'm done the game. I'll let y'all know. But for now, it's a solid game that is getting too much criticism, especially when other games, Sun and Moon, didn't.
Yeah.
And that confuses the hell out of me. Because 10% of you people, mainly you people on Twitter, 10% of you know what you're talking about. The rest of you are just echoing what other people say, and you're not even echoing the right people.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what you're saying.
All right.
Well, that's Pokemon Sword and Shield. Trey, I'm sure, like I said, he'll give us more thoughts as he gets further into the game. But we got another game that came out this week as well that Nico's been playing. Nico, why don't you tell us about that?
I'm going to take my headphones off.
Cheat. I'm not gonna say nothing because Wesley wants to play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
All right. Then just say how you're liking it.
Yes. I have put. I got it a few days ago when it came out. I've put 17 hours into the game so far, and it is amazing. Graphics, amazing. Sound design, awesome. What was the first thing I said? Graphics. Story, awesome so far. It's very cinematic in the way it plays, and it's built in an Unreal Engine, so it looks so damn good.
Yeah, which is different from a lot of the recent EA games that have been being built in Frostbite.
Yeah. So yeah, that game is awesome. If you are thinking about getting it, I highly recommend it. It is a great game.
And you've been playing that on PC, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy has a monster of a computer, so he's running at max settings. It's
And I'm getting like 60 consistent too.
stupid.
That's
It-
nice.
It's
it's-
rare drops.
That's
so
It must be
spicy.
disgusting. I wouldn't know. Thankfully.
You'll know soon enough.
Stupid.
Super freaking stupid.
I'm hearing if you have the option to get it on like the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro or something like that, try to get it on there. Apparently, it doesn't look as good or run as good on the lower end consoles.
Really?
I mean, those things they're about to be 7 years old. They're about to be outdated. I mean, they were
Yeah.
outdated when they dropped, but like they're about to be real outdated.
No, yeah, those consoles playing a game like a AAA game like that in Unreal Engine, nah, ain't gonna look too good. Ain't gonna look too spicy.
Yikes. All right.
I've been playing a little bit of Death Stranding, as I mentioned last week. I don't have too much to say right now. I played a little bit more of it. Haven't had too much time to get to it at the moment, but I'm going to keep playing with it this next week. And I think I'm going to turn the difficulty down. I had the difficulty on hard because I figured I'd give it a shot. Because it's not like an action game. You're not like fighting all the time or something like that, where like you have to you're gonna take a lot more damage kind of thing. But I think that the hard difficulty setting is definitely contributing to some of the aspects of the game. I'm gonna jump it down to easy. There isn't a trophy for beating it on hard either, so I'm not really worried about that. And I'll give it a shot and come back and see how I feel about it then. Because right now it's been a little bit frustrating.
Really, not even normal.
No, I think I'll just drop down to easy because honestly, I just want to enjoy it. I don't. If it's not gonna, if the difficulty isn't what I need, then maybe I'll go to normal. But we'll see. I think easy just.
I do kind of find that with like as you get older, you find easy to be more appealing because you just want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, you're like more about the challenge, so you're drawn to like I don't know, like the hardest difficulty, like critical, veteran.
Yeah.
Really hard. I don't know. What the.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I'll plop it down to easy or normal, whatever, just because I want to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I want a more cinematic experience.
What I'll do is if I'm really familiar with the game, like really really familiar, like I don't know, Borderlands or some crap, and the game and this new game hasn't like changed much, then I might go for harder because like okay, I'm already familiar with it and it's not too hard. But yeah, most of the time, like, I just want to enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
You know, some people are under the impression of, like, oh, if you don't beat games on hard, then,
you're a scrub.
You're a
You're
scrub,
whack.
or why are you really playing it? It's like, to enjoy the game.
Yeah. I generally play games on normal because I think that's kind of the way that the developer intended it to be played. So that's usually the most balanced experience.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason why I'll do normal instead of easy for Death Stranding. But I've been playing it on hard because I figured to give it a shot. But I think it took me a little while to realize that might actually be affecting my ability to enjoy the game.
Your experience, yeah.
It's harder to tell in Death Stranding because Death Stranding is not. It's not a first-person shooter. It's nothing like that, where it's easy to tell, like, oh, I'm dying really quickly, or my bullets are not doing any damage. Death Stranding is very different. I don't only want to go into details because I think it's kind of important. I feel like the details of what that means is actually kind of a spoiler for the game.
Okay. I kind of found that with when you set a game on like its hardest difficulty and it's giving you like a lot of trouble. If only I can remember what game I was playing, but I put on the hardest difficulty. Story thing happened, got into like a fight or whatever, died on it so much. This part was so difficult. By the time I beat it, I was like, what the hell was going on in the story again? I completely forgot.
Yeah. That's why it's best to sometimes play the game through on the normal difficulty. And if you really want to do it on hard, you do it again.
Yeah, second playthrough, I usually go for the harder one because like I've already experienced it.
I've been doing that with a lot of games. I haven't finished them, but like Horizon, I beat the game all the way through on the normal difficulty, and then I did New Game Plus and started playing it on ultra hard because there was a trophy for it, like a separate trophy that didn't count towards the platinum. So I started playing that on that. I haven't finished that. I do want to go back and do that though because I love Horizon, and I started doing the same thing on Spider-Man as well. So I like the New Game Plus with the extra hard difficulties in there to make things more interesting. So that's pretty cool. I think I'll go back to normal then on Death Stranding. It's a good point. All right, we've talked about games long enough.
Yeah.
As if that's not as if that's a problem. But so now we're gonna jump into some news. Let's go window shopping, boys.
All right. Take me. What are we gonna look at?
All right.
What is in the market
we have
today?
Quite a bit. We have at least two big rumor-related things. So number one is about Superman. As you may know, Superman has not had a very good track record in the video game world, at least for standalone games.
Some of the worst video games ever made.
So we learned this week that Warner Brothers Games, the guys that have published the Batman games, among other things, has been trying to develop a standalone Superman game since 2013. So they've been working at it. They've been trying to find a way to make this work. This comes from, actually I'm going to mention this too every now and then. This article that I'm pulling this from is at Gaming Bolt, and he is Landon Wright. That's who wrote this. So this is coming from a Twitter thread from James Sigfield. This is the guy who leaked this information, who's a writer and a notorious leaker. And so he says he talks about how the games in question have ranged from open world exploration games to more grounded and linear experiences. They've tried a bunch of different things. Obviously not like deep development, but like, pre-production, art, concept art, so those kinds of things. One of the games is supposed to be called Superman Unbound. And then there's a whole thread here on Twitter that kind of dives into what each project was, why they fell apart, and like various leaked artwork and stuff like that.
May I interject?
Yes.
So, two things. Number one, I'll try to make these as quick as I can. So, all right, number one, that's going to be difficult compared to like pretty much every other superhero because
Yeah.
Spider-Man's already cool. You know, Batman's already cool. Superman is seen as like very lame because he's the standard.
Yeah.
So they really have to find a way of like, how do I make this seemingly boring character seem cool? Man of Steel, it was cool because it was pretty much just Dragon Ball Z with Superman in it.
Yeah. And it was very dark.
True.
Very dark and dreary.
So maybe if they make that the game, I don't know.
The big problem with Superman is that another big thing is like, how do you make a game where you can fly anywhere, like make sense and be fun? That's the big problem.
Without it being
that's
too
true,
easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a problem that Anthem actually has, but Anthem is a little bit different. But yeah, because like you can't really take away his flying ability. That's just something he has.
That's whenever you think of Superman, he's probably flying.
Flying, his strength, and he has like things that come out of his eyes. So
He pretty much he
That's
stole
Superman.
powers from everyone.
exactly.
Other thing, real quick, I watched a series on YouTube called like What Happened. I don't know. Where he goes over like, you know, like video games like biggest failures and stuff, and like what happened to get it to that point. At one point, he's going to do an episode on Anthem. Can't wait for that. And he recently did Mass Effect Andromeda as well. Well, one of the episodes was Superman 64. And oh, Warner Brothers, they are not the nicest people to work with. TLDR, the studio that was making it, which I do not remember. You know, let's make this an example. Let's use the example of Wesley and Haig. Wesley will represent the studio making Superman 64, and Haig will represent the design team of Warner Brothers.
All right.
So the higher-ups of Warner Brothers, let's say that's Nico, I don't know. So the higher-ups of Warner Brothers say, hey, we're going to make a Superman video game for the Nintendo 64, and we're going to have Wesley make it. And Haig goes, I don't want Wesley to make it. I want EA to make it. Because I guess back then,
That's disrespectful.
because I guess,
And I'm EA.
I guess back then EA was like EA back then was like cool or something.
Yeah, this is before EA
Yes,
was like
this
the
is
whole.
before
that
EA
was
was
during the 7th gen where
bad,
EA
yeah.
started turning into that.
I'm upset you didn't name yourself EA.
I'm not. Nah. Even if they were good back then, I don't want that name. Well, Nico, you know, the higher ups were like, guess what? Too bad. You're doing it.
Too bad.
So
you're
work
doing
together.
it. So work together.
There you go. So Haig is like, all right, I'm going to make this as annoying and horrible for Wesley as I can.
Oh, you bitch.
So
So literally pettiness and saltiness.
for game development, if you're making a game that is not based on your IP, you know, your character, then you need to get permission from the ones who own it for
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. Sakurai probably had to go through that for every single character in Smash that Nintendo did not own
Yeah.
or that he did not
Unless
own,
they
whatever.
came to him first.
Yes. So, you know, Wesley goes, okay, we're thinking about an open world game, and I remember at one point, they were like, let's have Superman go underwater. Hey, Haig, is it okay if we have Superman go underwater? Haig goes,
No.
basically, they're like, Superman wouldn't go underwater. So after many days of arguing with them, Wesley literally had to get the comic that shows Superman swimming to prove that he can swim.
See? He's in the water.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, I don't think that's water. I think he might be like skating. I don't know.
What issue is that?
The whole digital world concept.
That's
I
not
don't
even.
know.
That's not even our comic.
That's a fan comic.
Cheap. I don't know how much you know about Superman 64, but it basically takes place in a cyber world that is an exact replica of the real world.
Okay.
No,
That's
I don't know.
because
I want to see footage of it.
That's because the team at Warner Brothers was like, we don't want Superman committing actual like acts of violence, like beating up bad people. So Wesley was like, all right, it's going to take place in the digital world, so none of it's real. And they were like, okay. by the time that they were able to finalize everything, they had a few months tops to make the game.
No wonder why it sucks. It's not even just their fault. It
It's
really
not
isn't
their fault. It's Warner Brothers' fault.
Great. Well, hopefully
That took a longer time. than I wanted
hopefully
to.
it's not that bad anymore, considering it's been years since that happened.
Well, didn't they make one in like 2012 or something, or like 2011?
Did
and
they?
It,
I
and it
don't
just
know.
sucks.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They made one for the 360 and it sucks. It's like
Oh,
Superman
yeah.
Returns or something.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
What's a movie?
I was
That
gonna
movie
say
suck?
I was gonna say that we want. Well, that's the name of a movie too, but I don't think that was that. I don't think that's what that is. That's not what Trey's talking about.
Fuck.
I was gonna ask if we wanted to go through this thread, but maybe probably best we don't, for time's sake. Especially since we just went on that tangent. But I like.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. That's good though, because I mean it was related. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
fuck you.
It wasn't a complete tangent.
And fuck you too for being Warner Brothers.
Wow. Hey, just make a good Superman game. That's all we asking for. Greg Miller has a great story pitch for it. He has a whole episode of his show about it. If you guys want to go check that out, he's a big DC fan. So
I just wanted to say real quick, if you guys hear any background noise, it's probably my laptop fans just going at it. So
Oh, yeah,
I'm trying to leave the mic over here
It's
when I'm
really
not
working
talking.
hard to provide a good show for you guys, so show some respect.
It's running the entire show.
No, it's not.
We have two monsters of computers here, but we're using the laptop
If
instead.
you're an audio listener, then Wesley isn't even here right now. Nico's on. He's on Nico's laptop.
Yep.
Wesley right now is actually in California.
he's in Nico's laptop.
the graphics power of this laptop is
the
unimaginable.
Grack, with his Radeon graphics from 5 years ago.
If you're watching this like on YouTube, the audio listeners won't know.
All right, the other big rumor thing. Oh yeah, you weren't done what you were saying, were you?
Huh? No, I was done with what I was saying.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right, the next rumor thing we have is about Zelda, the Legend of Zelda specifically.
Oh, that Zelda. I thought you were talking about the other Zelda.
You are the first person to ever say that.
He was talking about Zelda Williams.
Oh.
Who's that?
It's Robin Williams' daughter,
Oh, okay.
who cosplayed as Link this Halloween, by the way. It was pretty great.
That's funny.
For the first time ever. So,
That's stupid.
moving on. Well, that's why she's named Zelda.
I know.
But, so, the rumor has it that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 might be coming out next year.
I expected as much.
There's some water. There's some water for this. So this is from WCCF Tech, which is a website, and the author of this article is Francesco De Mayo.
Sure.
I'll get better at doing that quickly, so I don't have to spend so much time on it.
Wicktech.
So
What
this
is
is
that?
from a Twitter leaker who's known as Sabi. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Wasabi.
Yes. Who says that it's scheduled to come out next year internally. Obviously, that is the currently real plan, but Zelda games do have a notorious record for being delayed.
Yeah.
But the good news is that it shouldn't have as much trouble as the first Breath of the Wild did, because there's probably not going to be as many engine changes and issues, and it's not coming out
I
between
forgot
two
all
consoles.
that happened, man.
Yeah, dude, that game took forever to come out. You remember it was in
I
development for
forgot
like
about
5 years
that,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and if you remember, the reason why this is just Breath of the Wild 2 is because we have so much. They were like, we have so many ideas for DLC for this game that we're just gonna make it like a whole new game.
Oh, that's the other thing. Is it's going to be on the same engine with the same art style and everything, so they can literally just make it. It could definitely come out in 3 years, which will be 3 years from when the game came out. Will be next year.
Mm-hmm.
And if you give or take the time for the DLC that they release, come out next fall would be perfect in that regard. But could you imagine, like, in January, there's a Nintendo Direct, and they're just like, oh yeah, that Legend of Zelda game that we talked about last year, it's coming out next month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd
crazy.
Get out
that'd
of
be
here.
crazy as
Ninten-
hell.
Nintendo.
The thing is,
So
it could
insane.
happen. It could very well happen.
Calm down.
True, we don't know how far along they are.
So this also falls in line with previous leaks prior to Link's Awakening's remake announcement that there was going to be a 2D Zelda game coming out in 2019 and a 3D one in 2020. We got the 2D one, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3D, but like it's top down, whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, and then 3D, which would be this one.
Figure we should be this one.
So
Sounds good.
that sounds exciting.
I'm excited. Hopefully, I won't get stuck.
That's the end of the sentence. Moving on.
You will never know that story.
Another time.
Take-Two Interactive, which is the company that owns 2K and Rockstar and all those guys. The CEO revealed on an earnings call recently that the company has the, quote, strongest development pipeline in history. I'm assuming it's talking about its history, but
Thought that was a dick joke.
because they were talking about themselves. And that fans can expect, quote, sequels from our biggest franchises as well as exciting new IP, quote. So things that come to mind when Take-Two says this is it could be the new GTA, because GTA 5's been out for I think 8 years now.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a little bit. It's been a couple minutes.
No, 7 years now.
Not 1 minute, a couple. That's
It's
a
been a
lot.
couple minutes, yeah.
It came out in 2013 when the new consoles launched, and then
Yeah.
got ported to the new consoles, and then got ported to PC. So it's been about 6 years right now. 7 years next year.
Jeez.
So it could be the new GTA. It could be a new Mafia game. We got Mafia 3 a few years ago.
Yeah, it came out in 2000.
And which had, I heard Mafia 3 had a really good story, but it didn't play very well, and it was a bit of an open world for no reason sort of situation.
Yeah, they put a lot of other games in my Mafia game.
Cheat.
Or the reason why I brought this up, BioShock.
Where did my
You could get a BioShock 3,
where did my drink go?
which could line up with other leaks and rumors we've seen too. Though
It better not have anything.
we don't know if it's well, if it's BioShock 3, I imagine it wouldn't have anything to do with Infinite. That's what you're gonna say, right?
I was about to say, yeah, I don't want it to have anything to do. I want Infinite to be
and
its
Infinite
own
came out in
thing.
2013, so
Still a good ass game.
it's been over 7 years, or no, over 6 years since that came out. So that's interesting. I don't think it'll have Ken Levine on it, because I think remember we talked about he's doing something on his own.
Oh yeah,
My
right.
boy work.
Exactly, and
Give
then
him all the time he needs.
the other thing I wrote down that I thought of was maybe if we're being ambitious, Bully will get a sequel, which is something people wanted.
I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen any gameplay of that game.
I have. I
think, like-
watched a friend play it.
I think like almost every gameplay YouTuber that I follow has played it. I just haven't looked at those videos or those streams.
I watched.
I don't know
Tyler,
why.
I watched Tyler 1 play it.
I forgot you played
That
it.
shit was so funny with him playing it.
The only reason why I think that's probably less than likely is that
He was ass.
there is.
Wait,
Well,
the game sucks?
In my
it's an old game.
in my mind, when I saw it, the
People do want a sequel. Like people want more of that game, though. Like
for whatever reason, I have
guess.
no idea.
But we heard recently, like within the last few months, we heard that there was a Bully sequel that was in development but got canceled. So it's possible that's not going to
A
happen.
game about bullying people in 2020. That can't happen.
I don't know about that.
That
Chief.
can't happen.
In 2020?
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yep.
Any other
I'm sticking
games you
by
guys
that.
can think of from by 2K or by Take-Two or by any of those like?
It has a
companies,
9 out of 10 on
Rockstar?
Steam. So
Obvi-
Wesley's
Forget
wrong.
10.
Obviously, we're not going to get a sequel to or any games in the Red Dead series because we just got one last year. So
True.
Yeah.
unless they give us like a Red Dead Revolver remastered or something, which I don't think is going to happen.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right, you guys, you look at that, Wesley. Let me
I was
know
about to say, I can't. I'm,
because there's a
I'm
lot
trying
of
to look
there's a
them
lot
up,
of
too.
sports games.
I
We're
know.
obviously not going
That's
to
what
get
I'm trying to
those.
shift to.
We're not going to get Borderlands because we just got
We're
Borderlands.
not gonna
We're not
get
going to get Battleborn because
Battleborn.
that game was a mistake. We're
I forget. Whoa.
probably you could see a new XCOM.
Maybe.
You could see a new XCOM. That's possible.
We could see a new Wheel of Fortune.
We want to see new
Gee.
Carnival games, guys.
Yeah, I was about to say Carnival games. Duke Nukem Forever will come
Stop.
back.
Stop.
Oh God, he's forever. He can't come back.
Stop.
He's never left.
Stop.
All right.
A remaster of Civ 4. I
Gee.
would actually play that because I played Civ 4.
I have never played a Civ game.
Neither have I. Well,
It's interesting.
no, I haven't played it. I
A
watched
Bug's
them.
Life. Oh boy.
All right, continue.
All
Yeah.
right, so one more rumor thing. Actually, this is more of a speculation based on what we know. So it seems quite likely that Sony-owned Guerrilla Games, the developer who's made Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn,
And famously chimps.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Give us
You're
some
stupid.
more thought.
Oh, God. It's not even spelled like that, though. It's spelled like Guerrilla Warfare. Which is with a U and an E. All right, moving on.
Just continue on.
They're supposed to be working on a reboot to the SOCOM franchise.
Oh yeah.
So SOCOM is
I took your PSP game and never gave it back.
tactical. You sold it. You gave it to,
Wait, really?
like we traded. So we basically decided we were younger. We traded PSP games. Like he gave me a
Yeah.
copy of like Madden 08 or something like that. Because I played SOCOM, I beat it. I didn't want to like I didn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
So I let him play it, and
Madden.
then he traded it
I
to
had
GameStop.
it. Yeah, I had it for like how long did I have it? I had it for like months or something, and then I was just like, and then trade. Yeah.
Fucking dick.
That was more of a top-down like squad game though.
Yeah.
I think it's historically it's like a third-person cover shooter sort of situation, but it's like very tactical.
Mhm.
This franchise was created by Zipper Interactive, who no longer exists, which was a Sony first party owned studio, but recently this has come up because details are surfacing about Guerrilla hiring previous developers from Zipper Interactive, as well as Slant 6 Games, which is a developer that also developed SOCOM games. So this might happen, which would be interesting because we don't really have like a that kind of shooter on the
Yeah.
PlayStation as a first party offering. So I'd be excited to see that come back, and I think this is a likely rumor. I think based on what I've been hearing through other game podcasts and other outlets and things, this sounds likely, quite frankly. We know for sure that other than Horizon Zero Dawn 2 or Horizon 2, we'd probably call it something with a different subtitle.
Horizon Tooth.
Tooth. Shit.
That Guerrilla Games is definitely working on another game as well. They have multiple teams. We kind of know this at this point. So, interesting to see what they work on. We had a feeling it might be Killzone, but this might actually be what it is, SOCOM.
That would make a lot more sense.
I think so.
Be cool.
Next, this was funny. So, we were talking about 2K before. So, 2K's Facebook accounts got hacked for about
It was
like 3 or 4 hours
It was late.
a few days ago. It was
It was like late Friday or late Saturday.
something like that, yeah. It was hilarious.
Oh, it happened around like 10 p.m., 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And they were hacked for 2-3 hours.
Yeah, something like
that.
that.
And obviously, we're not going to say or display what was said, because those
You
were,
can go look it
'cause-
up if you want.
Because basically everything that this person said was vulgar in some way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
and everything that they did was vulgar, except for like one thing.
But reading it was hilarious.
Oh, reading it was fantastic. If you search for it, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find someone who screenshotted it
Yeah,
and like
they were up
posted
for
it
a
somewhere.
while, so people have screenshots. You have screenshots.
I have screenshots. But that was more than funny.
Yeah. Someone might have lost their job off of that.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, basically whoever has access to a lot of the 2K accounts, which by the way specifically it was the main 2K Facebook page, it was the WWE 2K Facebook page, Borderlands, even Evolve.
Really, Evolve did?
Yeah.
I did
Yikes.
not
They
know
didn't
about
post
Evolve.
much on there, but they
yeah.
posted to it.
NBA didn't.
No, NBA's didn't, which is
Yeah,
kind of
okay,
surprising.
okay.
But I'm assuming that's probably because they have their own thing going on there.
Okay.
I don't think anything else got it. The 4 of those definitely. So that was a
That
trip.
was hilarious.
Oh boy. Glad they got it back though. Glad
Yeah.
glad everything's back to normal.
It'd have been bad.
Took
if they
them
But
a
it was
while
just-
to get it situated.
But it
yeah.
was it did. But it was a funny little thing that happened over the weekend.
There were like a few off and ons where like they would delete the post and change the picture back, and then like 2 seconds later the guy would take back and be like, "I'm back."
Yeah, I feel
that's
bad
funny.
for whose account got hacked,
Oh my
but holy
God.
shit, that was hilarious. All right, and then the last huge thing we were talking about while we're window shopping over here is about
The last thing we have in our market.
Google Stadia, which
We're not selling Google Stadia.
today's Monday. Google Stadia is launching tomorrow, Tuesday.
Google's barely selling.
By the time you hear this, it'll have been out for 3 days. But we learned a few days ago that a lot of some of the features, I'd say a fair amount of the features that Stadia was announced with aren't going to be there at launch.
Yay.
Which, to be fair, they didn't say would be there at launch, but it's like they didn't say they wouldn't be there at launch either. So it's kind of like
that's a very
expectations were not set.
That's a flag. That's a red flag.
All right, so this is coming from Matt Kim over at IGN. So they had a Reddit AMA, which is where all this was discovered, which is funny because if they didn't do this, I'm kind of wondering if they would have told anybody any of this. But so this is a quote from the guy who was given the AMA. Our approach to releasing features on Stadia is similar to how we run Google Search, YouTube, and other Google services, gradual rollout and continuous improvement based on your feedback. That's what he said. So then I'm going to read through what's missing. So first is Stream Connect, which was the ability to basically play like local co-op with Stadia, because you can't, it's not really local, so you can't really do that. That'll be available at the end of the year. State share, which is the ability to share save states, because remember they were saying you could like share a save state with somebody.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty cool feature, I have to say.
Yeah, that's
you
cool.
can't really do that.
It's like lending someone your memory card.
Yeah, you can't really
Yeah.
do that on any consoles nowadays.
No.
That won't be available till next year, unfortunately.
Okay.
I think all of these have a plan to be out like early next year, but like.
So,
So-
question: with all of these things, they didn't say, like, hey, on launch, this isn't gonna be.
No, they
a
didn't.
thing.
Not
like,
previously.
They
no.
just like revealed all this with Stadia back in the earlier in the year in the summer, and they just kind of like, and now they're just like, oh yeah, this isn't like coming out on the launch. Now remember, this launch is a little bit weird because starting tomorrow when Stadia comes out, you can only play Stadia if you have the Stadia Pro subscription. I think it's only if you. It might even be only if you get the Founders Edition. So this is kind of like an opt-in paid beta. The ability to play Stadia for free, you still have to buy games, but play for free starts next year, early next year. So it's kind of like a beta, but they didn't say it was a beta, so it's like kind of like the messaging wasn't very good here.
So you have to pay for beta.
You have to pay for no content.
But you do get the Pro subscription, which means you can play games in 4K with high
Okay.
high resolution audio and all that.
Yeah.
So
But-
the subscription service gives you something.
As a company that announces something, you didn't.
They didn't set
bother
expectations.
Give a release
Yeah.
date.
Nope.
Oh god.
Because it's like when you advertise a game, and you go, "Oh, look at all this, and this is the content that you're gonna get."
It's like Street Fighter 5.
Yo, back up.
By the way, they have another special edition that's coming out.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. We could probably go over it at the end if we have time.
Yeah.
But, if you're advertising a product and certain features are not going to be there at launch, regardless of whether they come out soon after launch or like a year after launch, you should say that. Because if you say, "Oh, A, B, and C is going to be in this product," and I get the product on launch day, and I go, it's not there.
Yeah.
Correct. I might be wrong on this, but couldn't I sue you for false advertising?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you told me something would be there that isn't there.
Oh, Nico's way ahead of me.
Or would the fact,
You're way ahead of me. Keep going.
or would the fact that it is going to be there, just not now, or would that counteract it?
I don't know. They didn't really say.
I'd have to
I'm not
ask
sure
my
about
lawyer
that.
of a sister.
Yeah, she's on vacation. Let her have fun.
No, she's not on vacation anymore. Fuck that.
Dang.
Wow.
All right.
Back
He's
to
like,
reality.
Get your ass back here.
Back to reality. Stop having fun.
Continuing onwards, though, there's more features that aren't going to be there.
Oh god.
So crowd play, which is the ability for people who are streaming their games on Stadia to like on YouTube, will be able to play with their viewers. That won't be out till next year. That feature won't be out till next year.
Okay.
Achievements will not have a UI element when it launches. but
Yikes.
it will count your achievements on the back end. So when it does come, but this says it'll be out shortly after launch. So this will be pretty soon.
Okay.
What? You look confused.
So like your achievements, let's say like PS4.
You won't be able to look at them. You won't get
Yeah.
notifications that you got them
Yeah.
at launch.
But they will count.
The UI
them.
is not ready yet, I guess. But the streaming is launching.
First off, that's terrible.
I know.
It's got
Second, was something preventing you from like delaying it?
I don't know. I guess because they had to ship out all these Founders editions. They didn't want people getting this shit and then not being able to play. I don't think they care. Quite frankly,
Honestly.
I think they're okay with launching it the way that it did. I don't think they wanted to delay it.
All right.
I don't think it mattered to them because
and
you can
this-
still play it. You can still do the main function of the service, which is play the games in high resolution.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. And this isn't just about the achievements, but it's like
That's kind of whack though.
They kind of rushed Stadia out.
yeah,
Yeah, they did.
it gives off the impression that hurry, we have to get it out of the
Which
door.
is kind of weird because we've been hearing rumors that Google has been making a game console for years, and they've had time to figure out what they wanted to do and how they wanted to do it. They could have crafted
But
it
they
better.
still have time. Nobody's really
Yeah.
chomping at the bit to get Stadia either. Like,
yeah, true.
Well, I was gonna say I think they're probably it might be because they just wanted to get out here first because we know Xbox has xCloud
Yeah.
coming.
xCloud is in early access, which ultimately means that you'll have less people on xCloud than you will on Stadia when that launches.
So they're probably just trying to get their foot out there, and
I guess.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that could be it.
There's still more.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Are you kidding me?
There's 3 more.
Because there will be people who will stay with Stadia and they'll be like, "Oh, I love this," and
But
they can look past the mistakes.
I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
those were the less dumb ones.
Wait,
So, the Buddy Pass, which is the extra pass they're gonna give you with your Founders Edition pre-order,
Buddy.
which lets you give 3 months of Stadia Pro to a friend, so you can also play with them, which is a great way to get somebody in there and maybe play
Yeah.
Destiny with them or something like that.
yeah.
That will be it'll ship 2 weeks
That's-
after you receive your bundle.
That's so weird.
I don't know why. My guess is it has something to do with stopping people from like sharing codes when they're not supposed to or something. But I have no idea. They didn't give a reason, so I'm just
That's
speculating.
really weird. Like having a pre-order bonus like that, and then
It won't come till 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
you get your shit.
I'm
I don't
so
know
you're
if
gonna
I
be
like-
playing by yourself for 2 weeks.
bro. When you said that, I had a flashback to Fallout 76 with the little like crappy trash bags that they give you or something.
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah,
They
I
did
I
finally
don't-
rectify that, by the way.
I don't think. Yeah, like
Eventually.
a year or two later. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but it reminds me of it in some way.
By the way, am I leaning out of the frame too much?
don't know.
Let me know.
I have no
All right, and here's the two that are, this one especially that's going to be kind of weird. Like, I understand it, but it's not really acceptable. So, Chromecast Ultra support.
Yeah.
So, Chromecast Ultra is the highest end Chromecast that they sell. We have it on the TV back there right now. But at launch, only the ones that come with the Founders Edition bundle can play Stadia. The firmware is not available yet for the currently released ones. So you won't be able to play Stadia on the one that's in our TV right now. It says we will be updating existing CC Ultras over the air soon after launch.
Like if they waited a few more months to release this, they could have had all this shit ready.
Yeah, they should have just dropped this like in
That's what I'm
February. No,
saying.
yeah, maybe February.
Because all right, not to not to like stay on Pokemon too much, but people are saying like Pokemon felt rushed, and apparently I'm coming up on that part because apparently the latter half of the game feels rushed. But at least the base is still there. The base of what Pokemon is always there. Maybe I don't know enough about Stadia to understand what the base of Stadia is. But from what I'm hearing and what I understand, the base of Stadia isn't. You're not getting the base product, really.
So without the Chromecast, your ability to play right now at launch Stadia is on a Chrome browser on any device, or I should say specify on any computer or maybe even tablet, and then on any Pixel phone, I think 2 and up. Pixel 2 and up, you can play. Yeah. That's where you can play Stadia until the Chromecast update comes out. Then you can play it on there as well.
I believe it's every Pixel phone, unless you saw somewhere recent.
I think I recall seeing it being on 2.
I remember them. I think I remember saying
maybe
like, "Oh, I could even do this on my Pixel XL."
I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that.
All right.
But yeah, so you can play Stadia. You just can't play on your Chromecast Ultra connected to your TV until they release the update, which could be a few days. It could be by the time this podcast is out, or it could be a few weeks. I don't think it'll be more than that, but it's kind of unfortunate.
Still whack.
It doesn't matter to the Founders Edition people because they get access to because they have the Chromecast.
They're really
and
the only ones getting the full thing. Right
Yeah,
now.
So that
even then,
doesn't affect them as much.
And as
they're the main people.
And as like the viewers, listeners, watchers, whatever, if you think we're being too harsh on it, in a vacuum, yes, most of these things are pretty small. But if you add them all together, it holds a lot of weight. There's a lot of weight to it.
Especially this being the first true streaming service that's launching.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
xCloud is in early access, so that's a thing, but it's still in early access. You can say it's early access. Not everybody can get into it. I'm in it right now. I haven't played it too much though. I can't really talk too much about it. And then there's PlayStation Now, which isn't the same thing, but it is streaming.
That and first impressions are very important.
Unless you played on live. Whoever did that.
But like first impressions are very important.
Mm-hmm.
So like.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Fallout 76. Let's say after like a few months they fix Fallout 76. Now it's like a good game. Too bad. You know, people already have it in their
You're
minds.
a little late, man.
Exactly. You're a little too late. You're not going to get nearly as many people back that were interested in it before.
Yeah.
Same thing that happened to No Man's Sky when the big update came out. You still had a group of people that were like, no.
I'm curious to see if when Stadia base launches, the free version, and when a lot of these features are out, they'll do like a marketing push and they'll kind of be like, hey, you can buy your games on this Google platform and play them anywhere you want. And that'll be just kind of be what they do, and they'll try to get it out to more of the mainstream then when it's more ready. That I can kind of, if they do that, that's really good. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
There's still one more thing, which is not as big, but it's still not great.
Okay.
Family sharing. The ability to share one Stadia subscription in games with multiple people in the same household on multiple accounts will not be out at launch. But it says that, quote, but it's a high priority feature we're planning to launch early next year. And then it also says that parental controls will be available at launch still.
Oh, parental controls. All right.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Thank
God
So-
we got those in.
So you can play.
That's all that matters.
You can play you can share one account across the house, but you can't like share.
Yeah.
You can't share the subscription yet like you could with like a Spotify or like
God
a YouTube
damn it.
or something. Not at launch, which, again, okay, like this is the paid start of this service, so we're gonna have to just see how it pans out. Honestly.
That's not looking too hot, man.
See, I'm gonna read this quote from the article as well, from IGN's article, which I kind of already said most of this, but I'll say it again anyway. It says, while Google never promised these features at launch, it appears that Day 1 Stadia will just be the first step in an evolving platform, and Google would like to remind users that even if they don't get their Stadia controllers on Day 1, Stadia makes it so they can stream games to their Chrome browsers or Pixel phones on Day 1 with a Stadia account.
So basically, long and short, I mean, you can still stream the game.
Why does it seem... I can't remember what like those type of answers are called.
I guess the
but,
good
like,
news is that most people buying the Founders Edition and buying into the Pro subscription right now are not people who are trying to play Stadia exclusively as their only game platform.
Well, yeah,
a lot of these
of
people
course.
are like, I want to play this game on the go because I travel a lot, but I'll still play my PS4 when I'm at home or something like that. So
I'm trying to remember what it's called, but like
I don't think it's gonna die on drop.
no, I don't. I don't.
I
Think it
think that I hope that Stadia succeeds.
Yeah.
It definitely has an uphill battle. I think Xbox xCloud has a lot more of a promising future, and I'll tell you why when we talk about it later, because it's new stuff. But
I feel like that's kind of like a shitty answer, where it's like, well, we never said it'd be there at
yeah.
launch.
No, they didn't say that, by the way. I said that.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's technically. Oh, that's I'm just that's
I was
technically
about to
what
say if they said that, that'd be so trash.
Yeah, they didn't say that. I'm saying that. I'm just saying that's technically a point that I can make.
All right.
In their favor. As well as on top of this, last week we talked about the launch lineup for Stadia at the end of the podcast. They actually extended that and added 10 games to it. So the launch lineup now is, I'm going to read them all again because I don't remember what we did and what we didn't read, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
I remember.
Attack on Titan Final Battle 2, so one of the Attack on Titan games, Destiny 2 The Collection, which is available in Stadia Pro for free because it's New Light, Farming Simulator 2019,
Oh, good.
Final Fantasy 15,
I was worried.
Okay.
Football Manager 2020,
Oh, good, man. I was worried.
Wait.
Hey,
Go Madden.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Football Manager 2020. That's a soccer game, by the way.
Football manager.
I think it's a soccer game.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between that and FIFA?
No, FIFA's more like you're actually playing the characters and you're switching who you're
Now,
playing.
see, in football manager,
It's
you're
more-
watching.
The management games.
See, my thing is that's what I was thinking that the game was.
Nico, can you double check if this is actually a football game or a soccer game?
It is a soccer game.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
So these games are more about the intricacies of managing a team and what players you have on your team. It's like fantasy football, but in an actual video game, and things play out in front of you and stuff like that. I've heard they're pretty fun if you get into them like that.
Hey, man, I don't know why you're making that face. It's like TF2.
In some ways.
But like when the nigga kicks the ball, does it turn into water and completely douse the other team?
I mean, if you're playing Mario Strikers.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna just play just
Football Manager, Mario Strikers Edition.
Replace that with Mario Strikers.
I'm sure this is popular over
Get you
in
some
Speaking
Mario
of-
Strikers.
Speaking of Nintendo, Mario Strikers, please make it happen.
That'd be
they're
cool.
gonna be like Mario Feats
What if
3 on 3.
What if they remade like a bunch of the games, like Strikers, baseball, all these things, or was it called Superstar?
Mario Superstar Baseball.
Yeah. And like a bunch of those, even golf. Actually, if they remade the one from the Game Boy, I'd love that. I love that game. And they put it all into like one collection on the Switch. I'd buy that.
that'd be cool.
I'd buy that.
You're talking about Nintendo.
Online multiplayer?
You are saying that Nintendo should remake games.
Yes.
This is where the
point.
conversation ends.
That's a good point.
That's a good point, yeah.
People have been asking them for Mario Sunshine HD for years.
What do you go?
Yes, it is
You're-
soccer.
Okay.
People were asking for
Football.
Mario Sunshine HD before
Not
HD
American.
was a thing.
Exactly.
Moving on, Grid 2019, which I think is a
Racing game, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Guilt, which is one of those games we talked about that they showed at their E3 thing. Just Dance 2020, if that's your thing. I'm not sure how that's played on Stadia. Well, I don't know how you play that.
I don't know, man.
Kine, which I think is another game they showed off at E3.
They're going to sell a wireless dance pad.
Metro
that's their marketing
Metro
play.
Exodus, a good addition. Mortal Kombat 11, we knew about that one. I remember. I think NBA 2K20, I think we knew about that one as well. Rage 2, that's a new addition.
Yep.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, we already knew about that, and
Yep.
as well as the other Tomb Raider games. Red Dead Redemption 2, we knew about that one.
Yep.
Samurai Showdown, I think we knew about that one as well.
Yeah, we
that's
did.
free with Stadia Pro. Thumper, which we knew about.
Yeah, because I said thumper and then Nico thumped his mic.
Don't do it now.
Trials
podcast.
Rising and Wolfenstein Youngblood. Though I would prefer them to put one of the older games on there, but Youngblood, I guess, is the newest one, so it makes sense.
Still gotta play that
We do still have to play that.
after Star Wars.
Yeah, so that is a total of 22 games coming out on Stadia tomorrow when it launches. The last thing I want to talk about real briefly is that the reviews of Stadia are going up, and this is a quick synopsis of them. So they're not looking so hot. But not
I
surprising.
didn't think
So GameSpot says too little too soon.
The meme, oh my god.
The Guardian says launch lineup is disappointing, which is kind of surprising because they added those 10 games. I think
the games are actually okay.
yeah, with the 10 added, I feel like it's They might have been added like yesterday, so maybe
They
it wasn't
were.
in the reviews.
They were just
Yeah.
like just
That's
added.
probably why then. A muddle stream of consciousness, says US Gamer. Don't know what that means.
Interesting
Yeah.
choice of words.
A beta worth waiting longer for. The Verge says that. Polygon says lands far from its potential. And Vice says launching without much to play.
That was
And then
probably-
Wesley just says fuck
Wesley's a
when he
reviewer?
plays it.
Wesley Jones. Yes, I am a reviewer. I play
So
video
that's
games.
Stadia. We'll keep
Both
an
of
eye out
which are
for
wrong.
what's going on with that, because I hope Stadia does better for the sake of this new competitive streaming industry we got going on. But we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. We don't have any trailers in our trailer section this week, but we're going to watch trailers in the big discussion, which we're going to talk about in a second. And we don't really have any entertainment or tech news, unless anybody has anything that we can put into our docket.
I believe the
Anything big?
Cybertruck's coming out next week, or revealing next week. So
spicy.
we will be
21st. Yeah.
21st.
So
Yeah.
So when this comes out. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
This comes out. That's
I think the
Thursday.
Huawei phones just came out in China, by the way.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So
Can't buy them here. I watched
Lou
that.
got a hold
I
of
watched
it. Yeah.
that. It's a good
Yesterday,
video.
when this episode comes up, yesterday that was revealed.
Wow. Did you see the video of that guy who posted a video of when
No.
it came out?
No.
It'll be right here.
His name is Elon Musk.
Right
don't know what
here.
he's
He's
talking
made
about.
it
This
as Elon
is going
Trusk.
to be the link to.
Are you happy with yourself?
He's
All
never
right.
happy with
Oh.
himself.
Thank you for watching.
All right.
What do we want to
Next
do?
thing.
What do we want to do with this? By the way, this article.
You
right
can
here.
pull that up, actually. Let's talk about that right now, real quickly.
Sure.
So last thing that this came up today. We have a patent that potentially reveals what the DualShock. You have to disable your ads. With the
I'm
DualShock
good.
5, it won't let you. What the
Shut-
DualShock 5 might look like when it comes out. And basically, it seems like we're getting a Type-C port, which we expected. And I saw this in an article. There's no light bar now. The DualShock 4 is on the right. DualShock 5 is on the left. So you're going to have to put this up on the podcast.
So it looks a little fattier, which thank goodness, because I don't like the
Fattier.
DualShock. For
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little more...
Yeah.
Just a little.
A little condensed.
It's
It's not as
it's
long.
chunk.
It's not as
Long.
Yeah, it's not as
I actually
long.
like that. I think
It's
I like
chunk.
that.
It's not as like cylinder and slim.
Though
it's
I'm not
more.
sure if it'll feel better. I guess they'll design it to
see.
look good. I don't expect too much out of this. We already talked about on our first or second episode what the DualShock 5 will have because if they told us. Actually, no, we did know. Out of your own, we did know Type-C was coming out. That was in the original. That was in the reveal about the DualShock 5 a few weeks ago. We knew about Type-C. The real reveal here is that no light bar.
Yeah, it says remove the light bar while modifying the size of the triggers and sticks and adding what appears to be a USB port where the headphone jack currently is.
Wait. What? It's on the front of the controller?
Sony, I swear to God, if you start following the phone companies and start taking headphone jacks out of things, I'm gonna smack you.
Yeah.
That's facts.
But wait a minute.
going to be
Why
very
is it on the inside, like the side facing you?
The DualShock 5 also seems to feature an inbuilt microphone, which wraps around the controller's underbelly. A microphone on the controller.
Isn't there already?
They
a
did talk.
microphone?
They did talk about that. No,
Yeah.
there's a speaker.
There's a speaker.
Oh,
it's not a
speaker.
There's a microphone.
Fucking- I
But
don't know
no,
why
they
I'm
did talk
retarded.
about that too,
My bad.
didn't they? I'm pretty sure I remember them mentioning that.
It says some. Yeah, it's one. Yeah, that was talked about already.
Interesting. It looks cool. I'm excited. I've grown to like the DualShock 4. Still not my favorite controller. As you might tell, I use or not as you could tell, but like what would exemplify that is I use a converter to play with my Xbox controller on my PlayStation when I'm playing first-person shooters. So that's a thing that I do. All right, moving on. Now we're talking about Xbox. So
Alright.
Xbox held an event this past week called XO19. Now, if you don't know, this is an event that they held in. They started this out back in 2000, I think 3. They did these before the Xbox launched, the original Xbox, 2003, 4, and 5, and then I think they did one since then, maybe once, and then they did it in 2018. They brought it back, and they did it in Mexico last year, and they did it in. Oh my God!
Are you okay?
They did it in the.
I was thinking about something hard.
They did it in the UK.
Wait, shit. Cut that out. You didn't hear that.
They did it in the UK this year. To finish what I was saying.
Nice.
Shit. I meant like I was deep in thought about something.
That is
Damn it.
right, like Spears.
Damn it.
Okay.
Confirmed.
We get
No, not
confirmed.
confirmed. That is not. Damn it.
Fun fact: the EXO events have never been in America yet. They've always been outside the country.
I hate my life.
They've always been
Yeah.
in other countries, I guess, to kind of gather audiences there. Last year was in Mexico. This year it is in the UK. And they had a whole event. They said this is like the biggest Inside Xbox ever, which is their event, which is their streaming event that they show off new
Pause.
things, kind of like the Nintendo
It's
Directs.
too late for
and
that,
the,
nigga.
I almost
It's
forgot
never
they were
too
called PlayStation State of Plays. It's been a little while since we got one of those. This is about an hour and a half, so there was a lot of things announced. But we're gonna jump into it because
Alrighty.
there's some pretty good things. So first things first. And this isn't in order of what happened in the show. This is in order of Xbox's article about it because I don't feel like trying to find a better article. This is good enough. So first things first, Obsidian, the developer that developed Fallout New Vegas and just recently released The Outer Worlds, has another team that was working on this game called Grounded, which is a survival game that's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, just watch. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're gonna watch this trailer right now.
So yeah, in this game you're the size of an ant.
I'll be small actually.
About. Now, do we have this up on the screen for
No.
our viewers? No.
No, not at all.
So then we should keep talking about it while we're watching.
No,
it.
he's gonna put
Rather-
it. He's gonna put it.
Okay.
He's kidding.
I was gonna all right. All right.
I don't know why you're checking. Fortnite.
That's what I thought of too when I saw that. But yeah,
I know.
stink bugs, man.
So a Bug's Life
Ew.
meets Minecraft.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Why?
Give me sick.
That
They
last
actually
sound effect. Give me sick. All right.
So this is a very different game for Obsidian,
So
and they before I say anything else, they clarified this is not their main thing. Like they're still working on RPGs like they're traditionally known for. But this is a first-party game for Xbox. This is an exclusive.
I have a question.
What?
Why?
It's a silly little game.
Well,
I'm curious.
what am
kind
I
of game it
doing
is.
in this?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause, like-
Why am I doing any of this?
It's a
Why?
survival. You can construct some stuff, so it's kind of sandboxy. But is it open world? Is it randomly generated? Like what?
Is
I
there
can't-
I assume the purpose is to get big again?
I
That's
think
what
that's
I
what they
would
said.
say.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they said
That would make sense,
They said
yeah.
go big or don't go home,
Or never go. Yeah.
sort of thing. So I'm assuming that's kind of like
I
the idea with it.
don't.
Now this is launching an Xbox game preview, so their early access feature in spring of 2020. So this is like a little thing that they're just working on, seeing how it goes. You know, coming out for Xbox, Microsoft Store, and Steam, and it'll be also Xbox Game Pass.
I just
When it
don't
comes out.
see.
Yeah, it's like I'm having
Like I
trouble.
don't like I don't see a part of this game where I'm like,
why am I playing this?
yeah, I want to play this.
It looks
If
cool.
This
it
is
looks nice.
This is
Yeah,
going
that's what I'm
to-
saying. Like, it looks nice, but like, why am I playing this?
This is going to be for a specific amount, like a specific person, like a specific group of people.
Yeah, I don't know.
It kind of reminds me of like the Xbox games that you would see on the 360 with roughly this art style, but this art style is kind of like these graphics are kind of better.
More polished. Yeah.
Where it's like kind of shovelware. Not like total shovelware, but
I'm
like
talking about like the old indie games.
yeah, like the old indie games. Like
Yeah.
it would cost $10
Obviously,
on
this,
the marketplace.
obviously this looks better than that, but yeah,
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. Those games were fucking fun though. Some of those games were really fun.
Funny.
Castle Miner Z.
Oh my god,
yeah.
yeah, that,
Totally not Minecraft.
that
Yeah,
game was
but it
actually
had
really
so
fun.
much interesting stuff in it. It was just fun to play.
This reminds me of the Bugs Life N64 game.
Yo, I remember trying to build a base with all of us in hell. That shit
Yeah.
was the worst.
Dude, that game was fun, man. You go to like each new biome away from the spawn, and there's like a new dragon to fight.
Yeah, that was the
shit
cool
was
thing about
cool.
that game, where you could walk to hell. You walk far enough away from the center of
You
the
could walk to
world,
space,
and
too.
it goes down.
Didn't we go to space?
No,
I don't think so.
that might
I
have
could
been
be
a
wrong.
different
Nico videos are playing on their own.
game. No, they're not.
Not today.
So that's that game.
Alright.
That's interesting to see, though. But
That is definitely a game.
it's an exclusive. Not like your traditional exclusive. It's more of like an indie-esque game.
Okay.
But I'm happy to see that they're doing things, and I'm excited to see, especially what Obsidian's working on next in terms of an RPG. Because I mean, The Outer Worlds just came out, so it's going to be a little while.
Damn it! I just noticed my headphones are gray. Fuck you.
Haha.
I was wondering when you'd notice.
Oh gosh.
Storm Gray.
So this came up later in the,
It's my favorite car color.
later in the actual event, but this is second on the list of things in this article. Project xCloud is coming to Windows 10 PCs in 2020, I believe. And alongside that, we got 50 new titles
50.
to coming to the xCloud public preview, including Madden NFL 20,
Madden.
DMC 5,
Okay.
Tekken 7.
Ooh.
There's a lot more. We can read through those. I got to find a list of those separately. Nico, you can look that up if you want. What are all those new games that are coming to xCloud? 50 new titles are coming to xCloud. It also says they also mentioned by name. They said they're going to be expanding support for more Bluetooth controllers, and they mentioned by name the Sony DualShock 4 and one of the Razer controllers. And there's the DualShock 4. It got some boos in the crowd because I mean they're in an Xbox show,
Yeah.
but like that was interesting that they actually like went out
Okay.
and said it like that. I guess they were just like, hey man, if you want to play with your DualShock, you can. You got options.
Don't get mad.
I have a list.
Don't get mad.
xCloud is also coming to new markets, which I believe it'd be like. I think they talked about Japan was one of them even, and a bunch of as well as a number of other markets,
Yeah.
countries basically. What do you got, Nico? What are the lists?
we got
Wait it out for me.
Absolver. We got Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown.
Okay.
Ark Survival Evolved. Battle Chasers.
Wait, you're
Night
not reading
War.
all 50, right?
I'm going quick. You interrupted me. Black Desert Online, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Borderlands, The Handsome Collection, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, Conan Exiles, Crackdown, Darksiders 3, Dead Island Definitive Edition, Devil May Cry 5, F1 2019, For the King, Forza Horizon 4, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Halo Wars 2, Hellblade, Hello Neighbor, Hitman Just Cause 4, Madden NFL 20, Mark of the Ninja Remastered, Mutant Year 0, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, Overcooked, Pio Champions, if I said that correctly, Rad, R-A-D, I think,
Yeah,
Record
that's
Definitive
double fine.
Edition, Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Sniper 4 Elite, Soul Calibur 6, State of Decay 2, Subnautica, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, Tekken 7, Terra, The Bard's Tale 4, Director's Cut, The Hunter, Call of the Wild, Vampire, Vermintide 2, World of Final Fantasy Maxima, World of Tanks, Mercenaries, World of Warships, Legends, World War Z, WRC 7, WWE 2K20, and Yoku's Island Express.
Good
You know,
old WWE
I was thinking of-
2020.
I was thinking of in post to just like litter your screen with games. Not even just a list, just like the game cover art
Sure.
stuff. And then I decided not to. Cause that's a lot.
Well, now that you mentioned it, now you have to do it.
No, I
So
don't.
the other thing that they mentioned,
Yeah, you do.
and they didn't really clarify exactly what this means, but it says that it sounds like if you get Xbox Game Pass you will have access to Xbox xCloud as a part of your subscription with those games.
Oh, that's
It
nice.
sounds like when Game Pass not Game Pass, when
It's like-
xCloud launches, which will be next year at some point, and it'll probably get a better name than xCloud. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. They'll drop the project, obviously. You'll have access to play all of the Game Pass games on the cloud.
Stadia, how you feeling, man?
That's like,
Crazy.
By
I was
just
about to
buying
say, yeah, that's
Game
like
Pass has huge value, and we're going to talk about it more and more as this goes on.
5 times better than Steam. Not Steam, fucking Stadia.
Wow.
I don't know why I said
Well,
Steam.
you can't even stream on Steam, so there's that too. But well, you can
10
stream.
times
You
better
can, you
than
can
Steam.
stream your own games. Actually, it's not exactly true. But yeah, the fact that you can pay $10 a month and get Xbox Game Pass, have all of these games, and be able to play them anywhere on your phone, on your console, on your PC,
That's actually kind of retarded.
without having the hardware, like the hardware to do it, which by the way means that you'll be able to play Xbox Scarlet games on your Xbox One through xCloud. That's a thing to mention as well.
So you don't have to upgrade your console to play.
You
new
don't have to
games.
upgrade your
Yeah,
console
wow.
to play
New
games
game
if you
quality.
don't want to. Yeah.
Wow.
As long as you have the network infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
So-
good.
So you need to
That's
have the
pretty
strength
big.
somewhere.
And that's what I was saying. Stadia not looking so hot now when you have this deal,
Stadia.
especially if the infrastructure is
Google
good.
Add it to the graveyard, Google. Did you guys hear that Google? Hold on. Let me before saying this, I'm gonna preface this by saying I think it was Google,
Okay.
but I think I heard that Google actually made a graveyard for their like failed and
Like a real life.
yeah.
Well, they're notorious for working on projects
it
and
was
abandoning them.
yeah.
So I think it's Google. Yeah.
Yeah, and they made an
Google
actual
Glass,
graveyard.
Google Aura, the Phone Blocks project, a whole bunch of other things. I watched a video by the other day. By the way, it's kind of sad.
There's a website titled killedbygoogle.com that tells you everything they've dropped.
Forget Google Fabric.
This is a website.
Oh my
I don't know if
God.
there's a physical location.
all those are actually. Oh, the things at the top are things that are still in function.
Yeah.
app services hardware.
Oh, that's when it'll
Such
die.
a long list.
Oh my god, yeah, they killed Daydream, unfortunately, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're ending support for that.
There's Project Aura, modular smartphone. Man, god damn it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Google TV.
Google Wallet card. Apple's got that.
Wait,
now.
so Google had a card before Apple even did?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Well, I don't think it was a prepaid debit card though. It wasn't a
Yeah,
credit card.
yeah.
Apple's is a credit card.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, we got another game. Another new game. This is by Rare. Team that has a very interesting history with a lot of crazy games, but recently has revealed or released and upkept Sea of Thieves, which is still getting new content, by the way, which was revealed during this, which actually I'll talk about next. But they revealed a new IP called Everwild. Let's watch that trailer.
Here we go.
Remember, audio listeners, go over to the video side to watch the trailer
Mm-hmm.
While you're driving.
No.
at the same time.
Don't do that.
If we killed you, it's
Yeah,
not us.
that's where Xerneas is.
Cheat.
Cheap. Come back.
Lead me in.
Freaking let me in. Let me in.
I said, lead me in.
Yeah, but I said let me in.
I hear you. Man, why does cell shading look so good?
Whoa.
That's cool.
Look like dried mango slices.
That's true.
3D Ori in the Blind Forest.
I know.
Ori in the 3D Forest.
Dude, give me that game!
Cheap.
Oh, that's cute.
It's like a chipmunk boar.
I think it's just a board, dude.
It looks like a chipmunk. It's not futuristic Horizon.
Oh, yeah, I can see the rare face there.
Look at the rare face.
Shut up, I didn't know how else to say it.
Okay, so what did I just watch?
I don't know.
It's just an announcement trailer. So,
Bro, that looks like National Geographic, the game.
Alright,
so
shut up.
let's see. What does it say? It says first reveal is just a taste.
Hey, National
It says the
Geographic
first
looked
reveal. This first reveal is just a taste of the magical,
what planet?
natural world that the team at Rare are bringing to life. There will be more to share at a later date. For now, to watch the trailer again. Yeah. So it's just kind of a look at what they're working on. They haven't really told us what it is yet, but it looks really cool. Like it looks really nice.
Atmospheric.
Please don't let the game be dick.
I don't think it will be. I think it'll be
Please.
interesting.
I want
So
like,
wait,
it
is this
looks
a Xbox?
cool.
Sorry. Is this an Xbox exclusive?
Exclusive.
Okay.
A lot of these games actually that were revealed during this were kind of the similar art
Like,
style.
as in you can only get this on console.
No.
Oh.
It's Xbox platform exclusive. We'll put it that
All
way.
right, never mind.
And you'll get it on Steam, I'm sure, as well when it eventually
They've
comes
probably
out.
given up on that.
I was actually asking. I wasn't trying to throw shade or
I
anything.
mean, yeah.
I was actually
I think
asking.
it looks interesting. They're obviously still working on Sea of Thieves, which they also talked about. There's the new monthly free update, which is coming out November 20th, called the Seabound Soul. Comes with a all new lore focused Tall Tale quest, some story. There's actually a lot of story in this game now. You can explore.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Join Captain Pendragon to uncover the mystery of the feared ship, the Ashen Dragon, and reveal the secrets of a sinister new threat. It says this update also brings the heat to Sea of Thieves with the introduction of fire bombs. That sounds like awesome. Explosive ammo that can be thrown or loaded into cannons to put a fiery panic in the hearts of opposing crews in both adventure and arena. All right, I might need to hop back on for that. That was pretty good. They talked about a bunch of Xbox consoles, games, and more sales for Black Friday, which is next Friday. Yeah, next Friday from this point. So a week from when you hear this. As well as more games coming to Game Pass. And there's another holiday offer for Ultimate where you pay $1 and you get Ultimate for 3 months. Pretty good deal. Take advantage of that. They also announced that now, recently you've been getting 6 months of Spotify Premium as
I'm sorry.
as a part of when you get Game Pass Ultimate. Cheap. Forget having all that.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just saw that and I couldn't help but just.
See, we have to acknowledge it for a second.
I know.
It's all right. You guys have
All
no
right.
idea what we're talking about.
My bad. My bad.
It is your bad.
I didn't
When
mean
you
to
get
be
Xbox Game Pass
disrespectful.
Ultimate in select markets, you get access to 6 months of Spotify Premium, which I actually got access to, but I don't need it because I have a family subscription.
Mm-hmm.
You get 1 month of EA Access, and now you get 3 months of Discord Nitro,
Oh.
which is pretty cool. I was hoping this is going to be coupled with, hey, Discord's coming to Xbox, but not yet. We're not there yet. But they do have a relationship with Xbox. As we do know, because if you play a game on your Xbox, it tells your friends on Discord that you're playing that game on your Xbox.
Yeah.
If you have your account synced.
Yeah, if you have your account synced. We have Bleeding Edge, which we got more footage of. That's a game by Ninja Theory that got revealed at E3, and we had a new trailer about it that revealed the launch date, which is March 24th, 2020. Pre-orders are up. Pre-order incentives include closed beta access, which is on February 14th, 2020. I'm happy they actually gave you like a solid date for the beta this early. And the Punk Pack bonus in-game cosmetics.
Figured punk pack.
And of course, it'll be available on Xbox Game Pass when it comes out. I think all these games that were revealed are all on Xbox Game Pass when they will launch, which is par for the course for these. They said that any Xbox exclusive is coming out on Game Pass on launch day going forward, unless they change that. Then Don't Nod, the guys behind Life is Strange 2, Captain Spirit, and Vampire, revealed Tell Me Why, which is a new episodic game series that we watched. We watched some of these trailers before the podcast started, so we have an idea of what these are. I think it looks pretty interesting. The story actually intrigued me a little bit. I'm kind of interested. I don't know if I'll play it or if I'll watch somebody play it, but I like the idea. I like where it's going.
Yeah, I
If I-
played. Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
go
No,
on.
you got it.
if I were to play it, because usually I'm not a fan of these type of games where they're like more normal, but they have some sort of like maybe like supernatural twist or like some sort of I don't know thing to it. I would need to. To me, I watched and I was like, so I know it's about twins, and something happened.
Something happened with their mother in a house. That's all I got. Something like that.
Like I would need to know more about it because I've heard that concept quite a few times before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what sets
Though
this apart?
I do like the twins part of it. I feel like I haven't seen that exactly explored. I've seen things where like, oh, you know, things happened here years ago and we came back to explore it, and it's like, oh, you're twins. That's interesting.
It sounds like from the way they talk about them being twins all the time, it sounds like that'll be like put into gameplay, translated into gameplay somehow.
Yeah.
If it's fun, then sure, I'll probably get it at some point.
Yeah.
They might have like a telepathy or something, because they were saying that like we finish each other's sentences and stuff like that. In the trailer.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can translate that and make it into something fun.
Yeah.
Other than that giving context to them both knowing what happened, even though they weren't there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Did I tell you? Did I say it's called Tell Me Why?
Yes.
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
Tell me why.
All of the chapters are coming out in summer of 2020. I think at the right around the same time, so they will not be like very long staggered. Other big thing, we got the release date for Halo Reach coming to Halo MCC, which means Halo Reach coming to PC
When?
December 3rd.
Let's go.
So
It'll be over.
This will be joining Xbox, the Halo Master Chief Collection on Xbox, and this will be the first of the games for MCC on PC. You can buy Halo MCC on PC for $40, which will come with eventually all the games. Once they get ported over, which won't be as hard as Reach was.
I'll definitely cop that and play with y'all.
Yes, sir.
If you guys play.
Or you can
Of
buy
course.
Reach individually for $10 if you want. I think that's what they were doing with
Hey.
MCC on PC.
Honestly,
you can buy games individually or buy the whole thing.
I'll probably end up just getting Reach.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I'll probably just buy the whole
I
thing.
could also get 4.
It'll also be on Game Pass if you want to just get Game Pass. It's up to you.
Now Reach is all you need.
Yeah, I might actually just get Reach.
It's $10,
Yep.
so.
So, and now if you buy Halo MCC on Xbox, you get the bundle that comes with the ODST campaign and Reach for all the same price as PC. So, there you go. I think you can actually preload it on Xbox Game Pass right now. So that's pretty cool. I've been in the beta for that. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Playing on mouse and keyboard feels very weird, so I'm still playing controller, and I can still do fairly well with it.
I'm definitely going to be playing on controller.
Yeah, but they've been working out the kinks, so I think it actually goes away today for the flighting. The next thing is they talked and showed more about Microsoft Flight Simulator, which looks pretty cool. It's not my kind of game, but it looks really beautiful.
Yeah.
We had this trailer we'll play in the background over here for us to see. It looks like a really good game, like in terms of the visual, which is
Yeah.
what the whole thing is like. That's
Really,
that.
yeah. It's
and
a
then
simulator, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a simulator, so it looks really good, and then it'll be a simulator.
It uses satellite camera footage from Google.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's like literally like just the Earth in a game
Yeah.
that you're flying around in.
Wow.
Cool.
Real aircraft, obviously, that you can fly like actual specific aircraft. Real-time dynamic weather.
Seems like another one of those games where like someone like I don't know, a family member asks, "Oh, video games look really good." Or like, "What type of games are you playing?" And then you show them this beautiful game. You go, "Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Like
Games look cool."
this game, this is a simulator. This is the simulator.
Yeah.
Like it's actually a simulator.
When it comes to realism,
yeah.
visually at least.
I don't remember when the last time they revealed one of these games, like when it came out. By the way, we didn't need the sound on this, Nico. It's alright.
I wanted
Too late.
They also announced their first wave of aircraft manufacturing partners. I guess like the kinds of things they'll put in the game.
If you want, you can just turn it down.
Featuring
The,
NASA.
featuring
The other big
NASA
thing is that
too.
this is coming to Xbox too. It's
They
not just
got
on
NASA
PC,
on
which
the
You got
beach.
all in New
historically
York.
Flight Simulator has been on PC.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at this.
they got like it's at least like 50 major cities.
Look at
that
that.
number could be wrong.
That's a video game.
There's at least they got a bunch of major cities
disgusting.
in the
That's
game. I'm
actually
pretty sure.
disgusting.
You know, is it wrong for me to say that I'm actually way more interested to see if there are any glitches?
That would look so whack.
That would
I
look
know.
so
I
funny.
also want to see what it looks like when you crash.
It could probably even be traumatizing to watch.
I know. That's what I'm
Because of how
saying.
real
Oh
it
my
is.
goodness. Hey, look, there's my house.
And then when Xbox eventually makes a VR system, Flight Simulator in VR,
My laptop is burning my fingers.
Interesting.
that'll
Dear God.
die.
We got our first gameplay trailer for Age of Empires 4. So if you're into Age of Empires, that's probably pretty exciting for you.
Isn't one of our teachers?
Hey, come back to your mic, please.
No, never mind.
Huh?
Say, hey, come back to your mic, please.
Yeah, I had to
You're just
scratch and
like,
put my leg underneath.
yeah. So, Age of Empires.
He was like, "All right, so as I was saying, you know." Oh no, one of our teachers is into. All
right.
It's not. What the fuck is
Yeah.
that game called?
While you think of that, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition also got a trailer which just came out. It's got four upgrade, remastered 4K graphics and new expansion. They actually came out with new expansion for it, even though it's an old game. And that's on Xbox Game Pass and Windows 10 and Steam. So that's fun.
Ah.
I'm not gonna remember it. Whatever.
That's a management kind of a Civ, but a little bit different. It's more like a kingdom sort of thing. So a lot of really cool things going on with that. If you're interested in that sort
This
of
next
thing.
one, I think when we saw it, I said I was gonna play with you guys if you guys got it because this actually looked pretty fun.
Yeah, and that would be Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh yeah.
They showed off some new stuff on stage for that. Though the important thing, which I don't even know why it's not listed here, is we got a release date sort of. It's coming out in April 2020.
Okay.
So that's coming out. Not too far away. I'm excited for it. I'm quite excited for it.
I'm really excited for it. 'Cause,
Yeah, it looks really fun.
like visually, like it looks awesome because it's it's Minecraft, but it's got it's got changes to the look
Yeah.
in terms of like the lighting.
It's Minecraft themed, but it's a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
And I really like dungeon crawlers.
And it's
so,
multiplayer. How many? I think
4.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like it that way. We had a bunch of new Minecraft Earth stuff. I'm not really going to go into detail on that because I didn't even pay attention to that part. But I believe Minecraft Earth is available for everyone in the U.S. today, or a few days ago. But it's available now.
Yeah, it's available.
Do anyone here not know what that is?
I know what it is. I've seen some screenshots, but I haven't
don't know what it is,
downloaded
no.
it.
It's like Pokemon Go-ish for Minecraft. Like, you can get into the real world, use augmented reality from your phone to build things, and then leave them there. And people can go find them. Sort of thing. That's kind of how it is. It's like bringing Minecraft into the real world. That's why it's called Minecraft Earth.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Wasteland 3
I don't
got
know
a
what that
got
would
a
look like.
official showing off some new gameplay with some spooky music and some spooky narration.
And some spooks.
Swoops.
So that's pretty cool. That's coming out on May 19th, 2020. If you're into that sort of game. That's also an Xbox exclusive, I think, because I might not be wrong about that, but that's a developer that Xbox acquired 2 years ago at last E3. We also got a first glimpse of gameplay for Crossfire X, which was announced at E3, which is by Smilegate Entertainment, a company in Korea that Xbox also bought this year, which looks pretty cool. It's very much a tactical first-person shooter coming exclusively to Xbox in 2020. So it's free to play. And one of the guys that worked on Counter-Strike is working on that. I think his name is Gooseman.
Goo Man.
That's his thing.
Goo Man Jr.
We got Kart Rider Drift is coming to Xbox One. This is a very cutesy kart racer that is apparently very popular in Korea and the other Asian countries over there. You can put this on the background, Eagle. We don't need sound though.
All right.
This is interesting. It's like
How am I
apparently a
supposed
pretty
to do this?
apparently a pretty competitive kart racer, and
You can see it.
Yeah.
On the screen.
Yeah,
It's coming to Xbox
just play
first
the sound low
in,
for the things that
in the West.
Ah.
Just take a look at it. I mean, like it's kind of interesting.
Darius will be.
Music's
Wait,
popping.
Exactly.
you said it's only on Xbox platforms? Yes. Okay, never mind.
Lol.
Not. I think it's just first. It'll come to
This man's
PlayStation. I'm
falling
sure.
asleep.
Oh,
The wheel.
okay, yeah.
Horrible.
Darius would, yeah.
So,
Yeah, oh yeah, Darius would be all over this. I can already tell.
They actually spent quite a bit of time on this. They had like people on stage playing it and stuff, which I guess shows that this is big. It really is big over there. I mean, car racers have been making a comeback lately with Crash Team
Endless
Racing and the
customization.
Sonic racing
Endless
and
customization.
all
You
that
can't have
stuff.
endless. You can have really big.
Well, yeah, they're probably exaggerating.
There's a
but, yeah.
number.
Well, maybe it's just because they keep adding to it.
That would make sense.
Well, yeah,
Might
that would
be.
actually make sense. Yeah.
30 million rivals.
What does that mean?
300.
Oh. No, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Looking at everyone.
I mean, it looks
Plays.
good.
Yeah.
Not sure about play. Oh, it's free. I
Oh,
forgot
it's
about
free.
that.
Wow.
All right,
Yeah.
see, then now I'm interested.
Wow, you could easily charge like
30.
$30 for this game. Yeah.
Ooh, that was
It's
smooth.
Yeah,
it's
that was
probably
smooth, yeah.
free over there. Yeah, first on Xbox.
Register
So,
for beta now.
so
PlayCartRide.com.
it'll be on PlayStation at some point, and maybe even Switch. I'm not sure about Switch. So, any thoughts about that before I move on?
It's cool. I'm not a big kart racer guy.
Neither am I. I mean, if it's on Switch, then sure, I might give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Sir Whirlingtons.
Coming 2020.
The old college whirl.
Next big piece of news is that a couple big
off
Square
me.
Enix developers were on stage talking, and they revealed that a bunch of Final Fantasy games are coming to Xbox One, ones that weren't previously there, as well as everything, all those being on Game Pass. And that includes Final Fantasy 7, 8, or 8 Remastered specifically, 9, 10, 10-2, 12, 13, 13-2, 13 Lightning Returns, and 15, all on Game Pass.
Welcome.
So if you haven't played a Final Fantasy game, or if you want to play one of those games, you now can with just your subscription service. And then on top of all that, that's also coming to Game Pass on console and PC, by the way, starting next year. On top of that, finally, at long last, we got Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 coming to Xbox One in 2020. It took so long. I don't know why it took this long. This should have come out like 2 years ago, but it's here now. So you have the entire Kingdom Hearts trilogy or saga on Xbox One.
I have to know what the sales for that is going to be.
I don't know.
Like, 4 of y'all are going to buy it.
I'm sure it'll be a fair amount of people.
Oh my god. That's so sad. Ugh.
I'm glad that it's coming though. Finally.
I mean, yeah, better late than never. Definitely better late than never, but
Also, if you want to try out Kingdom Hearts 2, there's a demo on Xbox One right
it's
now.
so
It just came out.
backwards.
I know it's super.
But
weird.
if you're trying to go back and play some of these games, Wesley, they on there. They on there now on the console.
Wesley doesn't like games.
no, I'm good.
No, he doesn't like playing games. We got a trailer.
Certainly not Kingdom Hearts.
We got a trailer for Jedi Fallen Order, but that's out now, so there's not really much to talk about with that. What?
Nah, don't worry about it. I think it's the fact that like Wesley doesn't value his teeth.
Gee.
So after the podcast, I'm going to have to fix that.
We
You
have
better hope you can
some-
regrow your teeth.
For the first time ever, we have some Yakuza games coming to Xbox One.
Forget Yakuza.
We have Yakuza 0, Yakuza
stop.
Kiwami 1, and Yakuza Kiwami 2 are coming to Xbox for the first time.
Stop pronouncing
they're
it
coming
like
to,
that.
And they're coming to Game Pass. What?
People actually just pronounce it Yakuza.
That's so. Stop.
What?
No.
It's the Yakuza games.
Stop.
You never played a Yakuza game?
What's wrong with you?
That's what
Vivian?
most people say.
I don't care. That's not it. It's not a T.
Was it Yakuza?
Yeah, Yakuza.
Okay,
I'm.
I know how
Are
to
you-
pronounce it. That's just something.
Wesley, are you accusing us of pronouncing it wrong?
All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching the
How
Market
dare you
Podcast. This
accuse
has
me?
been episode 6. I hate you so much.
You might
Are
realize.
you accusing us?
YAKuzin. Get it right.
I'm so sick.
You might realize that these aren't the mainline games, so they're kind of testing the waters over here with these games. But it's good to see more Japanese games coming to Xbox. I know it's not big in Japan, obviously, but just for the people who are on Xbox to play these games in general.
For those who are
Same goes for Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
for those who are confused as to why this is kind of a big deal, is because Japanese games, for whatever reason, traditionally don't do well on Xbox consoles.
Yeah, part of it's probably because the Xbox doesn't sell well in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never really has. They sell maybe 100 units a month, I think.
And
in
I think it
Japan.
was even in
And probably even less now.
I think like after a year or so in America, I think I saw the numbers of like 0.88 million copies were sold in like PS4 or something, and like a fraction of that was sold on Xbox. I'd have to look at it again.
Do you remember what game it was? Or you're talking about Japanese
It was for
games?
15.
Oh,
Final
okay.
Fantasy 15.
All right. That I can kind of understand.
Yeah.
But I think you see these games coming over. It's just a good thing. I think in 2019 right now, just the way that the console is, like the way that the world is with games.
Having the
game
option is
industry.
always good.
Yeah, just having the ability to play these games in other places is really, just really nice. We got a new look at Planet Coaster, which is another.
Like a roller coaster tycoon
Yeah,
game.
basically. It looked pretty cool actually. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, we got that. And then this is the other trailer I want to watch with us here is a game called West of Dead by developer Raw Fury, which lets you step into the boots of a dead man, William Mason, and descend into the grim, gritty world of Purgatory in this fast-paced twin-stick shooter that puts your skills to the test. Let's watch the trailer.
How loud do we need the volume?
Just average. Just so we can hear it.
Purgatory, Wyoming,
All right, now you put it up.
1888. A shifting land shaped by the souls of the dead.
Wow, this is
Ooh.
interesting. Wow.
East toward the light. The bad ones, sometimes they stick around when they ain't supposed to. That's where I come in. To change their mind.
Cheap.
I got a job to do.
I do like the look.
Looks very
It
interesting.
ain't always that simple.
Oh,
Man, titties.
cheap.
Yeehaw.
Oh,
Yee.
You get,
oh, Ricochet is nice. Ow.
Some say a coward dies 1,000 deaths, and a hero only dies once. I says,
Isis.
hero is someone
cheap.
who keeps coming back.
So is this like a bullet hell dungeon crawler like Enter the Gungeon is? Seems like it.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks
I don't
like
think,
a
I don't
bullet
think
hell.
it's like a bullet hell, but it's more of like a twin stick
Yeah.
arcade shooter sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think this is an Xbox exclusive, but it is for us on Xbox. It's actually out right now in open beta if you want to play it.
Is it weird to say that I wish that it looks a bit slow?
It does look a little bit slow because they say it's fast paced, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, gameplay looks a bit too slow for me.
I do like what I'm seeing though, I have to say.
Yeah, everything else looks good to me.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your speed.
The main character is voiced by Ron Perlman. I don't know who that is, but they made a note of putting it in here.
All right. Do
Like, go do a little look see.
Perlman.
No E, no A.
No
in Pearl.
E.
No A in Pearl.
Too late. we got here?
Ron Perlman.
Wait, I've
He's
seen
a
him
famous
before.
actor.
Oh, he's Hellboy.
Oh.
Oh, well, that explain that.
Yeah, he's the original Hellboy.
Say coward dies 1,000 deaths.
We're gonna nail some down.
What are you just saying to me?
I don't exactly. I don't know what he's saying.
It's what the dude said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say a coward dies 1,000 deaths.
He's Optimus Prime.
That doesn't surprise me. He's got that voice for it.
Hero dies once.
So that's pretty cool. What else we got, boys? We got a few more games that were announced. We got a game called Drake Hollow, which is from a developer called The Molasses Flood.
Ass.
No.
Which is a cooperative action village building game set in the Hollow, a blighted mirror of our world, in which you build. Play this in the background, Nico. In which you build and defend villages of drakes, the local vegetable folk.
Vegetable folk.
Oh, that's what they're called, drakes. That makes sense, actually.
Uh-huh.
You can play the solo with your friends. And I actually like how this looks.
Oh, I like how she look.
Stop.
What's the problem?
You're the problem.
No.
I don't know. I don't understand the problem.
You are the problem.
It
Stop.
says you either solo or with friends, you explore a procedurally generated world of islands trapped in poisonous aether. You gather supplies, build networks to bring them back to your camp, find and rescue drakes in the wilderness, raise them, and defend them from attacks by a menagerie of feral beasts. That's a drake, I assume. You need to balance your time carefully. What supplies are most crucial at any given moment? What does your village need? More resources to keep the drakes thriving, or more defenses to help protect them while you explore? I don't think this is my kind of game, but I do like how it looks.
Sam.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that thing looks terrifying. Actually, it reminds me of like Fortnite a little bit.
I was literally about to say that. All these Fortnite games.
A little bit different though. I think that animation look is just kind of popular right now. It makes sense.
Yeah,
To,
it is.
makes sense to
Drake
follow along with that.
Hollow.
And then the second to last one is a game called Last Stop by Variable State. That's the name of the developers. Who creators of the award-winning Virginia.
I got a pig.
Virginia.
The game is a single-player, third-person.
I see.
Nico, there's a trailer for this one as well.
Huh?
Last Stop.
Sorry, I'm playing Minecraft Earth on my Pixel 4 XL.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored,
weird,
by the way.
Weird flex, but
I got a pig.
The game.
how you accentuated on the pig?
What are we looking at?
Just watching this in the background. The
What?
game. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
The game is a single-player, third-person adventure set in present-day London where you play as three separate characters whose worlds collide during a supernatural crisis. Last Stop is an anthology connecting three stories in one, centered on secret lives, the ties that bind, and how magic can be found in the mundane.
Did you see that guy just then?
Apparently Virginia was a very good game.
Whoa.
But I've not seen one of them leave.
I wonder where he's going. I guess there's only one way to find out.
So this is...
Looks interesting.
Whoa, alright, he's got green eyes.
Are you
That's
see my
something.
dad? Think he's
I think we
sick.
should have
I'll go and talk to him.
sound for this one. No, I think about it.
Start
It looks like Jack's such a guy.
Should we start it over?
There's got to be some
Nope.
No, just check it out.
between the two of us.
Are there circumstances where it's appropriate to deceive a loved one or partner?
Depends on what I stand to gain. I'm your
Yo.
worst.
Oh my god, all this, man.
Pray that you need no sacrifice.
All these action.
Forget action.
Ow!
This is
No,
mental!
it's Hike.
You're gonna wish
Jeez.
it on an Irish.
Jeez.
Something is happening in this game that I don't know what it is.
I
Big
feel like we missed
bird.
a lot of context in the first half.
All right, watch it again.
No.
All right.
You can watch it on your...
All right, that
you can
one,
watch it
that
on your
one,
own
and
time.
only that one you can go and watch it on your own time. Don't do it with anything else. Go to the YouTube.
Let me get
and
more
check it out.
dirt.
That was just straight up
I
weird.
got some grass
I'm actually
and some flowers.
I'm actually kind of interested in the game. It
yeah, it looks
kind
interesting.
of interesting.
I'll go with that.
Yo, Wesley, there's a pig on the way to your house, Chief.
Wait,
Oh, we
what?
got one more to watch, Nico. The
my
last game we're talking about here. Cheap. Embark on a multi-dimensional journey in the Artful Escape.
There's a chest down the street.
Neek, man.
Pokemon Go all over again, huh?
You're not doing your job, buddy.
The last one?
Yeah. Put that in the background. You can keep the sound on. We'll keep it low. So this is a game developed by Beethoven and Dinosaur. That's the name of the developer.
What are these names, man?
And The Artful Escape tells the story of Francis Vendetti as he embarks on a multi-dimensional journey to create his stage persona. The Artful Escape is an action-adventure, narrative-driven, musical, laser light battle kind of
All
video
of
game.
that, man.
With dazzling visuals, killer music, and a soulful message about what it means to find your true self.
Bro, why do all these games look exactly the same?
I know.
Yeah, they all have,
Okay.
they all have the same
Good.
like,
I was
animation
not
look.
thinking.
Art style.
I wasn't the only one.
Well, I guess we know it's popular right now.
We're gonna. Oh God, what is?
Why do I feel like I've seen this before?
I
Something
think
similar.
I think they did show this before.
What is happening?
Because I do recall the name The Artful Escape. I think it had a longer name, I heard.
Oh my God, what is?
It's like Rayman.
What is going on? It's the Joker all over again.
Cheat! Yo, shut up.
How did I know you were gonna say that? Well, how did I know someone was gonna say it?
Or is
Oh,
it Sheep
yeah.
in Range?
The game was originally
not a sheep.
called the full title was originally The Artful Escape of Francis Vendetti.
Got a sheep.
But they shortened it.
Shit.
Oh.
Ooh,
I think
Dude, what
I
is
think they
happening?
revealed it at E3.
more dirt.
This is coming out next year, by the way.
Got a little.
What is? What is? Ew.
It is
I know,
definitely
it's
creative. Is that his butt mouth?
I don't know.
Think of his butt mouth.
All right, well that's a game. That's very interesting.
I definitely watched something.
Yeah, that was definitely something
What
I
is-
laid my eyes on.
Build plates.
So I'm gonna talk about this. So I'm not gonna talk about this right now. GameSpot or actually I don't know who it was.
We're running
So-
out of time.
That's what I'm saying. So someone had a big interview with Phil Spencer. He talked about a few things. Yeah, I know. It's all right. I think 2 hours is gonna be our new time, honestly. They had a big interview with Phil Spencer about a bunch of things after XO19, and there's a whole bunch of stuff to dig through. I'm gonna read through it and have it in here by next week. But a couple things is that this article title says that we have more unannounced games than we know what to do with. Microsoft says,
Oh,
which I guess is a good thing.
all right.
I don't
They
trust
have a
that.
lot of games. And then the other thing is that, and this is an important quote that I'll read right now, from the interview. Phil Spencer says, Phil Spencer says, I would say a learning from the Xbox One generation is we will not be out of position on power or price. If you remember the beginning of this generation, we were $100 more expensive, and yes, we were less powerful. And we started Project Scarlet with this leadership team in place with the goal of having market success. They are here to compete. They said we will not be out of price with our competition, and we will not be out of performance.
I remember last time he was like, "Nah, we don't really care about competition."
No, they're still not. They still say they're not worried about PS5. Like they're not like
Oh my God. We got.
shaking in their boots.
Yeah.
But they said yeah, we're still obviously ready to compete.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good to hear. It also says here, we're all in on Project Scarlet, and I want to compete, and I want to compete in the ways, which is why we're focused on crossplay and backwards compatibility as well. So they have those, because you have those big features. So that's big stuff, but I'll try to talk more about that interview next week. And then to end off the podcast, we got the News Blast, which I specifically tried to narrow down to just the News Blast. Oh, I got something wrong. I'll fix it right.
End the podcast. You got it wrong.
I'll fix it right now, actually. So, first thing from the News Blast, Pearl Abyss, which is the developer that's best known for Black Desert, has announced 3 new games. The first game is called Plan 8, and it is listed as an open-world exosuit MMO shooter.
All right.
That's a lot of words. That's coming to PC and consoles. I think next year. Doesn't say. That's where that guy Gooseman was working from.
Gooseman
from Counter-Strike.
My boy
That's
Jones.
that's the guy that's working on this game. He's not working on Crossfire X. I take that back. He's a part of the studio. So that's that. Dokvi is a cutesy open world MMO for mobile. Don't have much more to say than that.
Sure.
If you saw what I was talking about, you'd understand. It's just I don't know what it is, but it's a thing. And then Crimson Desert, which is an epic fantasy open world MMORPG, coming to PC and consoles, which seems to be a prequel of sorts to Black Desert.
I was about to say.
So it's related. And they also mentioned at the end of their thing that they said see you in E3 2020.
Okay.
Nice.
So they'll be at E3 again. Which they've been showing off at Xbox's conferences recently with the Black Desert Online stuff. So that's a thing. Shovel Knight King of Cards and Shovel Knight Showdown are both launching on December 10th. Shovel Knight King of Cards is the final entry into the saga of the Shovel Knight games and expansions. And then Showdown is the multiplayer expansion thing that they're doing.
Which I will be playing.
So yeah, December 10th. We have another thing, which is another Twitch streamer has left Twitch.
Jesus Christ.
And moved to Mixer. This time, it's a streamer known as FaZe Ewok. Part of the FaZe clan, as you might have assumed. She is a 14-year-old girl who is also deaf and streams Fortnite, I believe, mostly. So that's very interesting. She's also the first...
Yeah, Twitch is dead after
She's
this
also
one.
recently the first girl to join FaZe Clan.
Shut up.
Believe it or not.
Oh, really?
At 14 years old, she's the first girl to join FaZe Clan.
Wow. Thought there would have been more.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing that happened
Good on
recently.
her.
Yeah. Dead Island 2 is apparently alive and well, according to the CEO of Koch Media, which I'm assuming is the company that owns this right now. Dead Island 2 is still in development.
Why are you
They're
lying?
still it's actually on the third developer right now. It's on its third developer.
That's
This
crazy,
game better
bro.
come out and be fucking good.
He seems pretty
I know.
If it comes
optimistic.
out trash,
How
it's
much
gonna
you want
be
bet it's going to
nothing.
be? I bet it's going to be trash.
I feel like at this point they can't release it.
seemed pretty optimistic about it, so I don't know, man. But it sounds like it's coming out like on
Yeah, they were
on
optimistic.
next-gen
They were optimistic
consoles pretty soon.
about. They were optimistic about Fallout 76 and what's it? How's it called? No Man's Sky initially.
I don't know about 76. They didn't sound very optimistic about that. They sounded like, hey man, we're just trying something.
We're trying something.
No Man's Sky, that was that they were ambitious about that.
Yeah.
So
And then finally, The Outer Worlds appears that it might be getting some DLC following its sales success, which
Yeah, it did
it's
pretty
been
well,
selling
yeah.
pretty well. So that's cool to hear. I'm happy to
good.
hear it's going to get some content. I'm still slowly working through my way through it. I think I'm going to take my time on that game because it's on my PC, so I can kind of like open it up for an hour, play it, close it, and just kind of like keep going with my day. So I have that ease of use with having it on my PC. So yeah,
All right.
that's the podcast, boys.
That's gonna be it
We
for.
got it all.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be it for episode 6 of the Market Podcast. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to give us a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself. Comment. We want to hear y'all's opinions on today's topics. Subscribe if you want to see more, and don't forget, if some of you bozos are sitting there wishing you could listen to the show while you do your homework or whatever y'all get into, look no further. We're on a number of podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, etc. All the links are down in the description. Same goes for you audio listeners. If you want to see anything from the episode, hop over to the YouTube at Black Market Gaming.
and
Show your boy some love, man.
see
And
me
that's
in
gonna be it.
Pokemon. See me in Pokemon.
I feel like we should have a guest on next week. Who do you guys think?
Not Addy.
Actually, don't say it out loud yet.
I know. We'll figure it out.
But let's figure it out.
All right, bye.
No, I'm cool with
See
that.
you
It
guys.
doesn't matter to me.
Bye.
Not Clark.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Adios.
Wrong.